Welcome back. So I tried to make a video to compare the Canon camera's internal mic to the Zoom, and of course the Zoom F1 using the SSH-6, the stereo shotgun mic. And of course one of the problems with using a Zoom or any kind of digital audio device on top of your camera is you can't see if it's recording, see if it's clipping. So that's the problem I had. So we're going to start again. Turn on, take it off of hold. Alright, so the thing you need to remember is if you have the F1 set for auto with the lavalier, I don't know if the stereos go auto or not, but this guy's not auto because it has a volume dial at the top. I had to remember to set my dial for 6. And there's a button here that says shotgun, and this, if you hold this, you'll adjust the stereo side mic right here. Normally I like the side mics to be 3 to 6 so that I can get the ambient surround sound. But I don't want it to operate like a stereo mic. I want it to operate like a shotgun. And what we have to do here is we hit options, and then we'll hit this little button. This is where the menu settings come in. So you hit options and hold it, you'll get a menu. Hit the menu button, press these little dials right here to slide up and down. So I'm going to go down. It's got a little arrow that says down. SD card, and you'll see the arrow to the side that way. That's the execute. You're going to hit the execute to format. Then the next little arrow, which is the execute, which is pointing that way. Execute. And then it says execute up. Is the up, the top selection, or cancel. It's just default. So I gotta push toggle either direction, and then the check mark to execute. Now the little thing's turning, and I'm sure you can't tell because my face is making it turn. Still going. And as it goes through, the lessons learned from my 7 views on the. Oh, now it's done, and it's just regular menu options here. And I'm back to 0 with the shotgun mic. The time, because it's 2 different microphones, it's gonna have 2. I don't know how many recorders. I haven't used the shotgun on this thing yet, so I bought the Zoom F1 with the SSH-6. This because before a lot of people couldn't get this, right? So this is harder to get than the clips, like the clip and the lavalier mic and the screw that holds this on. I think it's like 40 bucks versus this thing by itself is like $21, but it's never in stock. And this mic here is $120 if you buy it independently. So to get the F1 kit, it made sense to me to get this for this, because if I were to buy it independently, which I don't want it, it would be 120 bucks. But I knew I wanted the SSH-6 for studio sound and stereo sound when I do events. So now it's on. Before, something happened and it wasn't recording, so this time I will have to check and make sure it's on. So I'm going to press record now, and it should stay on this time. And I guess I'll push hold, right? As it's recording, yes. I'll press hold to keep it from hanging up. Now the other thing I'm going to do with this little clip, this little circular piece, and I'm sure you can't see it. This thing like will stop you from putting this in. So like you catch that first, get that, then try to put that up there to keep that little thing from stopping you. Okay, so now we're recording at a level of 6. So this is the Zoom F1, which is the field recorder, small one, and this is the SSH-6. It's the first time I'm actually using it, and hopefully you can tell the difference. Okay, so this is Zoom. Now, back to the regular camera. I did not take the sound through Logic, so the sound is not treated. I really don't know how to treat it anyway. I can't treat it in Final Cut Pro because that thing, it's not that great, but it's untreated in the sense that it's not going through Logic. It's going to go, if there are any audio adjustments, they'll be through Final Cut Pro. And I probably won't do anything to it just so you can hear. Yeah, and I think on my first video, one of the things I was talking about was sibilance. I was trying to find the temper. Oh, the other thing I learned. So, number one, when you have the camera, try not to be too low because no one wants to look up your nose. Try not to get too close because nobody wants to see your whiskers or your beard. The other thing I found is that on the camera, it shows the weight. So like you need to either be sitting somewhere where you can hold your stomach in and be slimmer, or you'll realize you need to lose weight. So I think I've lost like 6 pounds since the last video. I had to stop eating ice cream. Yeah, so that's what we learned. The ring light. I learned that you have to wear a hat if you're balding because every time you move, it's a distraction. Depending on how much of the baldness you have in the camera, when you hold your head down or something like that, it's very prominent versus wearing a hat. So if you have any kind of balding, put on a hat. Yeah, and that's what we learned. Oh, the other thing we learned is that everybody wants music. Everybody wants music. Everybody wants to see the product. So if you're going to be a product channel, you need to have a product. This is the Zoom SSH-6. It came with the foam cover. This doesn't have the furry feline cover. I have the furry feline cover on the shotgun mic. I probably don't need it because it's more of a wind filter, but my intonation is my intonation requires improvement, to say it mildly. So hopefully you enjoy the video. If you like it, press a like. You don't have to subscribe. I'm fine with that. If you don't like it, press the down arrow and let me know what I need to do to improve. We're one community here. I want to kind of talk about all of the products that I have and try to figure out how to use them better. I'm just one person, and I know all of you have experience, or somebody's looking to figure out, is the SSH-6 much better than the camera mic before you do any processing? I don't know. I'm sure it's probably sacrilegious to not process the audio, whether it's from the camera or whether it's from the Zoom. But that's what I'm going to do, because it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I don't know how to do all that extra stuff yet. Well, I know how to do it, but I figure you're watching me in my bathrobe because I'm going to do the bare minimum to show you what these things are. So, if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. I only have 7 views on my first video. And Happy New Year. That's all from me. I'm Bathrobe Tony, signing off.